Hello everyone, this is Weekday, this is LayBack. Constantly, everyone just told you to be that faster, to be that hurry in this modern era. Sometimes we need to find our own rhythm, our speed, not only follow the social norm. Yeah, we should find ourselves first. So, okay, this is another episode, and today is very special. Yeah, every episode is special for me, but today is exactly special because I invited my twin sister here because we never been talk in this kind of environment, like with English. In English. So, yeah. So now, what's your English name right now?
My English name here? I didn't use my original English name.
I think you have several.
It used to be Ellen. It used to be Jim. It used to be Stephanie. But right now, I use my nickname Super Xixi.
Super Xixi.
But that was too comic, right?
Yeah, welcome. So, yeah, this is the first time we talk like this, in English. And just give an introduction about
myself?
your profile.
Okay. Hi, I'm Super Xixi. At least I asked all my friends or students to call me like this. It doesn't sound that serious. So because this name doesn't sound that serious, so probably that's a very nice way to get people closer to each other by calling this kind of name, like Super Xixi.
Okay.
I used to be Stephanie, but that's just because that name was long enough to be remembered.
Yeah. And more information from you,
my personal experience. Right now, actually after my graduation from university, I have been being a teacher. An English teacher is something I can do best in my whole life. So I have been teaching for like almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years. And I think I'm gonna continue to teach in the next 10 years.
Yeah, that's good. Now I'm in. Yeah, that's good.
That's something you do. You actually are good at. So why not do it?
Yes, I think I had this talent since I was young there. So
yes, of course.
Yeah. So
try to pick it up.
Back again. And what I'm trying to mention that we had ever had the same hobby since we were young. They're like singing to create songs and music and all this, even the language, all the things. But we choose a different paths. Now, it's been so many years. Like we've been there in our past for that long. We haven't talked so much about this. So I think now is the right time we could just exchange more information, that know each other more deeply. So you could try to share some of yours, like education system, some about the students nowadays, that what they really want, or some of your personal stuff.
I am actually teaching in a foreign language school. So probably the environment in that school is kind of different from other schools, especially in the language teaching.
Yeah.
Because all the students, the first minute they enter the school, they know they need to be very good or actually study very hard in language learning. So the first language is English, but we have some other foreign languages, but English comes first. So if they're not so good at English, probably they won't decide to come into the school. So once they step into the school, they know they have to be good or study very hard at English.
As I know that Wuhan foreign language high school, right? The whole name
a lot
of
that. a lot of that. Different schools.
Yeah, this one is much more better than the average school, right?
I think it has a longer history. I can't say.
You mean that is one
better.
reason for that?
It probably is better than many other schools, but if among all these foreign language schools, probably it's hard to say, because right now some very new foreign language schools, they have very good facilities in school and very nice teachers.
Yeah.
But our school is a kind of traditional.
Yeah, I've visited several of your students there is coincidence that that they're your
graduate from our school, right?
Yeah. One went to Fudan, and one for Wuda, one for
Beijing University.
Which one? Xinhua, yes. Oh my God,
I love
they're
that.
really good at English.
And they're willing to speak. I think that's the main difference. There are many students who can get high marks in English examinations, but not many of them can speak that fluently or are willing to speak.
Yeah, that's the point. So I'm trying to ask some about this. Like, you are the one in this education system. So how you think right now, the students spend like more than decades for this language, but maybe
silent
less
English.
of them could speak. Less of them really have this willing to talk or desire to communicate with people. What's the problem there?
There's several reasons for that. So probably, for example, the whole society emphasize more on the marks, right? Emphasize more about the written part. They don't really emphasize how fluent you can speak, how confident you look, because in the examination paper you couldn't tell that, right?
Yeah.
So that's the first point. Second point, in many schools, the teachers have a lot of pressure on the marks.
Yeah.
Because there are no other, examination for your speaking or listening or expressing, so they don't really want to do anything about that to improve, right? It only depends on your own person to improve that. If you love that, you will improve it by practicing in your daily life, but you don't really have that kind of exercise in school.
Yeah, I could understand it because that's understandable, because this is only one standard for the parents to judge that whether my kids here could get the reflection.
Yes. And that's their judgment about whether this school is a good school or not.
Yes.
Right. They don't really care about how much my child can speak or how fluent they can speak. They don't really care.
Yeah, that's good one reason, but I think everything changed.
Of course.
Right now. Yeah. So, as a teacher in this education system, could you just try to predict maybe the future 5 or 10 years?
So right now, actually, they're trying to adopt some different systems to test the students' speaking ability. The oral English test. I hope they can spread this across China, but I think it takes a long road to do that, because I dare to say not every English teacher is capable of doing that.
Yes. That's one. And I've get in touch with so many young people. I think more and more people pass the exam like IELTS or TOEFL very young. They're very young. That I think this is tendency. Do you think that is the one trend in the future?
It has been a trend for many years. Not right now. Not only right now. Actually, when I entered my job for the first time many years ago, the students in my school right now, they had this kind of test a lot, and they could get really high marks in those tests. But at that moment, going to studying abroad, in a foreign country, it was not that convenient or that easy. But right now, people will think about that a lot. Even regular people, they will think, going to a foreign country to study for 1 or 2 years, that would be very easy right now. So people love to go for that kind of test. And I have to say, those tests are becoming easier and easier. So it's easier for people to get high marks right now.
Well, easier and easier.
Yes. And they have a lot more examinations every year.
Yeah, because I was not in this industry, so I feel everything's fresh for me. So from my perspective, that I'm trying to understand, maybe in the future it's more close like the global market, and or the labor or industry would just try to more close to the market and from different countries, and English is one solid condition for average person?
At least right now, English is still a universal language. I know Chinese is getting stronger and stronger, or more and more popular around the world, but still it's not as popular as English.
Yeah, but compared to some Asian countries, how do you think about that? Like, maybe we are more better than like Japan, but not compared to Singapore.
But Singapore people are speaking English.
This is there's
They're
modern
using
language.
English as well as Chinese.
Yeah, that is their mother language, right?
Yes, their official language is English. But they can understand Chinese. I used to have a student who, who was very convinced that he would enter Tsinghua University. The first day he entered the high school, he was very sure he was gonna go to that university for no reason. He thought he was the best, one of the best. But after 3 years of study, he was actually a little behind. He wasn't capable as he thought he was. Okay, so when it was a time about to graduate, he actually didn't get a very good result in the examination.
Yeah,
and he actually didn't go to Tsinghua University.
And then what happened next?
And that was a little regret in his life. But life goes on.
Yeah.
You can't live to regret something you didn't achieve.
Yeah.
But you still have time to make it up. After like 4 years, he still had this dream, but he entered some other school instead of Tsinghua University, which was much better than that.
Wow.
Which
much
school
better than that.
Which school that is?
Yeah.
He actually got into Oxford.
Oh, Oxford. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he realized his dream in another way. Tsinghua is not the final choice.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to talk, because life is flexible. It's like what I'm doing right now. This new brand, LayBack, this is one, we should find our rhythm, and sometimes ups, sometimes downs, and then you would find some opportunity. Maybe not that straight.
Yes.
Straight up.
Yes.
It's like the tide, right? Just
sometimes
push you.
Sometimes ups and downs.
Yeah, push you to somewhere that you should first train your capability to catch some of your own. That maybe you need 2 legs to walk, right? Like me right now, I use my capability to generate music and then to teach students in English and all this. That is my career. So I think in the future, the people should train this capability to adopt anything happen or you encounter your life in the future.
Yeah.
So for this education system, do you think our kids have this ability to face the difficulty in the future?
Under the circumstances right now of the society, AI is very popular right now, and not so many opportunities of working in the market, and it's really hard for any graduate to find a decent job. If you set your dreams high, it's really not so easy to find such a good job as you expected, right? But what I mean is, if you still you have to cherish the opportunity to go to school.
Yeah.
I don't think going to school is that useless. It's still useful right now. Because you're still young right now. For example, you're like 16. What can you do? Probably you can go. Maybe you can find a job opportunity and make some money. But still, you're 16. At 16, you should go and try to socialize with people of your age.
Yeah.
You should know how to get along with people, how to cope with the difficulty in your life.
Yes, that's a challenge.
And I think that's the significance, or that's one of the significances that you go to school for. Because because many students or even parents, they think if you can study by yourself, why do you go to school? I don't think going to school is only for knowledge.
Yes,
it's something about your life experience. You need to talk to people. You need to play with people. You need to know how to get along with the people. And you know you have this learning ability. It's not only about assembling a knowledge. Knowledge is also about how to improve your learning skills. Okay, people may help you, or some people may not help you, but still you need to know in the society you will come across all kinds of people. And actually school and university, for example, high schools are the preparations for your first step into society. So I guess that's the meaning of school, of early education.
Yeah, from your sentence, I've heard several points. Like one you mentioned, like AI. How the teachers treat this high tech for the students, like in the class, that force the students not use it or not that often, or how to.
This is very tricky because usually in high school, every school in China, every high school,
you cannot forbid.
They have like school rules to forbid students from
but you can
using any kind of phone, smartphones, or even not so smartphones.
But the rule is the rule. But
no. I mean, most students, we have to say, most students, they will obey the rules. Or at least their parents or teachers will try to ask them to obey the rules.
Yeah.
Right. Usually in high schools, but university is another story. But then they asked the students try to adapt to the AI society and try to use AI appliances. But if you don't have a phone, you don't have a pad, for example, you don't even have a computer, and where can you get that kind of source?
Yeah.
You don't even use the internet, or you don't have the access to internet in the school. How can you learn to use AI? I think it's a very tricky thing. I can't agree with that.
You mean we could only use our...
We can't use phones in school, right?
Yeah.
So if you ask them to do some homework, with the help of AI, they have to go home and try to use something.
Yeah.
But they don't really have much time at home.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they have to sleep, they have to do homework. So with AI, if you are using your phone, for example, helping you do your homework, when your parents see that, parents will say, "Wow, why are you using your phone? You're playing games, blah 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 blah." Okay, things like that, right?
Yeah.
So it's actually a very complicated situation. I think school should provide equipment or apps for every student in school to do that. If you want students to use AI, right? But right now, I don't think in our country or in our city, any school can do that.
Yeah, it's a challenge. Like we sometimes need the students to know that what happened, over
around
the world,
the
around the world. But you cannot just you only just see, but you cannot just touch it. So
they can't see. They don't really have anything to see.
Yeah, it's very hard to keep the balance. Yeah, that's one point you mentioned, and another one is the environment. Like what mentioned that. The concept of that school and society, that I've been around or this different concept that I have new idea about all these two different systems. Like the whole society for me, I've been through like more than 2 decades, and now I'm so exhausted about that. Like I just want to just quit and keep the boundaries. That I want to be more, clarify and personal. That I want to focus on myself for my self-improvement. That and then one day I found that the concept of the school is another different. What I know from the past is totally different. So what I will learn from the books, what I will learn from the teacher.
Are they the same?
That's different. That's very
different.
So different. So that's why I have this motivation to try to read books, to learn from people, to clarify and to rebuild my whole relationship again. Like all the people that I only get in touch with people I could get inspiration. And then that's the way I keep all my circles so clear right now. So every day, every sentence, every choice of me here, I feel, wow, it's not a different version from me. This is like a reborn. So it's like flip it over, like in the past. Okay.
But it takes a long time to realize that.
I spent at least 2 years. These 2 years, I just flip it over. Yeah.
I mean, the realization, the whole change of your mind takes a lot of time. But before that, you have come a very long way to realize that.
Yes.
Right, like
yes.
10 years, for example, you are doing something exhausting, but you didn't know why you are doing that or what you really want to do. It takes you like 10 years to realize what I'm good at or what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yes. There are also some triggers or milestones that suddenly one day one thing reminded you, okay, you should first choose this, and you know how to keep the distance from some people or something or some. But in the past, I always mention in this podcast, like I live in like a unconsciousness. I have no idea about everything, just pushed and forced by everything.
You're actually
goes like
driven by, you don't know what that is, but you're driven by probably the urge for living or how to make money or to support yourself, whatever that is.
The short-term return, but now I believe the long-term interests that is
last longer, right?
Yeah, last longer. So that is my motivation now. I want to get in touch with people, read books every day. Yeah,
so,
it's new start. It's new start. And I've been getting in touch with more and more great young generations. They are very good at language. They
have dreams.
Yeah, have dreams. They're very open. Even their parents. So it's a whole different system. Like I always think about that. Whether everything will be different when even I could have this kind of chance many years ago. Like I'm so admired there. Like wow, people, the young generation have this kind of a family chance.
You should have done that earlier, right?
But I've lost so many, so I just want to chase it back. The time that I lost. This is one, but another like family situation. This we cannot escape, right? Family situation. This is challenging for every case. Like even my case as well. Like he now a little like a rebellion.
I think those things are not in your hand. You can't control that.
Yes.
You're in it, but you can't control it. I try to make some change, but still, right now, I still believe things that happened or things that has happened, things that is going to happen. All of them are already set. You can't change them, but you have to try to do your best to stand.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
Yeah. What we could do, just
accept it, embrace it.
Yeah. Ourselves.
And try to get peace with it, right?
Yeah. So let's back to the keys. Right? Do you have any interesting stories to share from your career?
Can I say that? I actually.
If you think that is not sensitive,
if many parents are watching this, I really want to alert parents to take notice of their children. No matter how old they are. Usually in senior school. Usually in junior school, many of them have some subtle change in their mind and philosophy. But after junior school, when they enter high school with the change of environment, many of them have become worse. Not better. I mean, more serious competition in study, for example, and the new environment. Some of the students really have some serious mental problems.
Yeah.
that's something I really care about, because if you can't fix your mental problems, I don't think you can study efficiently. Most of them are just suffering. They are not really having a nice time. They have a very bad life when they were in like 16, 17. Very, very torturing life.
Yeah, this is what I'm facing right now.
So it's hard to say. I mean, you should have noticed that earlier. But it's not something you can regret, right? It's not something you can regret. You can only do things to improve it. But don't expect that everything will be the same as it was. You won't.
Yeah, I think the situation is very complicated, especially like the parents, maybe, some like me, not that mature that to face this situation, but when they noticed that, a little bit late, they just try to find it back.
I mean, they can go to seek some professional help, right? But I don't think those professional help can really help that much. It's better than nothing, but I don't think it can change that much. I mean, the situation is complicated. It's still hard to say why they get those problems. It's still hard to say. I mean, maybe it's personal problem, but more than often it's the society's problems. It's the sudden change of the society. Society is moving too fast. I mean, so there's so much pressure on everyone. Not every child can face that so easily. So of course there's some mental problems. But once a professional teacher told me how to cope with these problems. She said, if you have to treat this kind of disease or mental problems, like their cold, for example, their flu. They will have it. It's daily issue. You don't really have to think it's the end of the day. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to go on.
Yeah. And there are not situation like on my mind that what happened in the society, like our generations living in the communism, right? But for the young kids right now, they believe the individualism, right?
Yes.
So that's the culture shock. Like for them, they sometimes they need focus on themselves. They have nowhere to escape. When they just walk out of the door, they have nowhere to go.
They are having a much better life materialistically. They have a lot of abundant materials.
Yes.
But right now we're talking about the suffering is not about the material. The suffering is about their inner world. Their mental world, and it's invisible. It's invisible. If you are hungry, you can get something to eat, and you don't feel hungry. But if you feel hungry in your mind, it's hard to say how to help it with it. There's nothing like mental food for you to eat, right? You don't know how to deal with it. And we haven't been taught how to cope with the problems when we were young.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think nowadays young generation they have a more richer spiritual world, right? More than us. That
it's hard. I don't think they have a richer world, a spiritual world.
Right?
No, I don't think so.
Why?
They don't. We used to read books, and we don't have a lot of books. However, we read books very carefully, and we love reading those books because we don't have that many books. But right now, they have been provided with a lot of things, a lot of books, a lot of information, and they don't really read them carefully. They don't really digest them. They only take a look at the titles, and then they think they know it. But I don't think they really know it. And they have a lot of things stuck there, but they don't really take a careful choice of those materials. So it's like a traffic jam. It's like a traffic jam in your mind. You can't figure out So I don't think they have a richer world. They have a very confused world.
I gotcha. So what I mean is that young people only focus on the appearance, right? But they didn't understand the whole
They can't figure out.
Yeah, the basic lore of the whole world. They feel confused. Yeah, that's the reason. Yeah, the rich. What I mean, the rich is more similar as what you said, that they have so lot of materials like AI, like the 二次元, all this stuff they in their brain, like they connected all this together. They think this is the whole world.
Yeah.
But they cannot just understand. Because the past years for us is the slow pace, right? We could spend the time to understand it, to figure it out, even if you're confused. But now they have no time, they have no way, they have
basically they have no time. They have no time.
Yeah.
Their time have been exploited in some meaningless study.
Yeah, we cannot figure it out. Like me, I'm trying to follow the name of the brand, LayBack. Yeah, because I want to slow it down to strictly follow my schedule, like to cut some some useless stuff. Like I told myself, okay, I only finish several tasks per day, not everything that you could, but just focus on some, and then stop there. For me, it's not that easy to complete all these tasks, but for the young people, oh my God, that is another big challenge for them.
But you have to realize that those children, they don't really set the goals of every day. By themselves.
Yeah, that's another one point. I've mentioned several times in this podcast that the whole decades or more than that, the young people always live in the environment like forced by everything, like a teacher, parents, they just well organized by all this stuff, but not by themselves. Once they escape from this system,
they don't know what to do.
Yeah, their brain is just
a mess.
Empty. Yes. That's one point.
They don't really have this willingness to arrange their days. They don't know what to do.
It's like a abundance on the shoulder for the average person. Wow, you could do that. Very strict self-discipline. Oh, amazing. No, this is very normal. So if everyone could manage themselves very well, the whole society will be.
Yeah, actually, I think that's the basic thing that school should be teaching students about. Yes. It's not about how much you know about mathematics or physics. It's about how to discipline yourself, how to plan your day, and how much should you know about yourself and what kind of person you are. So if you are this kind of person, what kind of goals for example, what kind of jobs you are good at, and how many jobs you can do a day. Okay, it's something the school should help students to understand.
Yeah, this is what teachers have to do, but for this two different system,
teachers are not doing that right now.
Yeah, only one for the score of the examination, but another one system how to self-management. This one is already collapsed. Then they were young, they have no idea about this.
So that's why when they enter university, everything is a mess at the beginning. And right now, if you know very well, if you talk to a lot of university students, you'll realize many university students are still like high school students. They have to have a very tight schedule set up for them. They don't really know how to do them. Like you said, self-management. They don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
They will have a very tight schedule. They have. Once they're free, they don't know what to do. All they can think about is play games or doing homework.
That's what I'm going to say.
Or sleeping.
Yes.
They have nothing else to do.
Yeah, only several options in front of them. Like they would just indulge or obsess with some, like what you mentioned, the
usually
game.
games.
Usually games. This is a big word for them. Like I could buy something, I could talk, even I could just
travel,
fall in some relationship in that word.
But they don't do that.
Yeah,
they will indulge themselves in games because in high school, in junior school, they have been deprived of those time from the parents. The parents won't allow them to do that. So once they enter university, it's like finally I can play games. They play games day and night. Okay, try to catch up because they thought they have lost that. They want to make it up. But after playing games like that day and night, they will feel empty.
Yeah.
Still empty, right?
Yeah. So, during all this education career, that do you find there any change the role of this game?
Should
like
I say,
a little bit?
Can I speak about the truth?
You could, if you don't mind. I for me it's okay, but if you feel it's okay.
I think I used to think that everything will become better and better with as time goes by.
Yeah, but we will spend so many years for that.
Because in Chinese we have 那个道路是前途是光明的.
Yeah.
But after that, what comes? The road is twisted.
Yeah.
Yeah, the road is twisted. So sometimes you even go back a little bit. That's the way I feel now. I think everything is becoming a little more and more conventional. People love to make things in the same way. They wanted to see order. They want to see order. They don't want to see chaos. They think if you don't behave the same way I do it, everything will be a mess. So we should set a very the same standard for everyone. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah. That's another deep topic. That okay. Yeah, everything connected together. Of course. Education is not a window for this whole, the root. Of course, we have the largest number of the population, so we need order. Like what you mentioned,
yeah.
We need order. Every gaps, every situation, every system that we need that. No matter how open you are, we could allow the minor group to try. You could try this, okay? But
I mean.
Yeah.
We have a trend right now, the population is getting smaller and smaller.
Yes.
Because kids are not. There are not so many.
They don't want to get married. They don't want to keep it.
Yeah. So I have this kind of positive attitude about future education. Because there are not so many kids, but still many teachers. So probably the class will become smaller, and teachers will become more and more, and we can try to focus on different. Every teacher can be focusing on several students, so we can actually give them some individual class instead of a huge class.
Okay, that what you mean is that now is a good opportunity for a teacher to help themselves, to improve themselves, to teach.
Of course.
Yeah, it's good. So for the this chance only for the teacher have this kind of awareness. Yeah, maybe most of them just changed their.
But as a teacher, I think teachers are having too much work right now. If you watch news every day about teachers, they have to do a lot of other work instead of teaching.
I think that's the trend.
But just now as we say that teachers should improve themselves academically. I mean, if you're an English teacher, you have to study. Because English is changing. You can't just stick to the knowledge you learned from school.
Of course. Yes,
you have to gather new knowledge, right?
Of course.
You still need to spend time on that. But many teachers, they don't really have these opportunities because they've been burdened by a lot of other work.
Yeah.
They have to take care of kids. They have to be a headmaster. They have to take care of the parents, whatever. School issues, so they don't really have much time for themselves to improve.
Oh yeah, you mentioned another one. Okay. Yes, of course. Okay,
I'm such a deep
so
person.
It's like I'm willing to talk to them about it because I'm the one trying to figure out all these kind of things because now I'm single. I know that my situation is more close like what you mentioned. I have more time to manage myself, but for the average person, even for everyone, the most of the people would never have this.
Struggling.
Would never have this kind of a chance. They will live like almost everyone, in the past, so they cannot escape. That is why the young people want to escape. They want to quit. They want to be the one.
They don't want to be burdened with family.
Yes.
That's why they don't get married.
Yeah. So maybe the next generation, like this job, like teacher, they would be more better. Like what you mentioned, they have this wellness. They have time. They have everything. They have chance to change. But for the teachers right now, they are just getting involved in this kind of a complicated situation. They have no way to escape. Right? Yes.
And just now, I remember at the beginning you asked about the situation of your education, whatever. I think the situation of education right now is kind of behind. Just as I said, it's behind because the teachers couldn't really catch up with the pace of times. If you want to catch up with times, you have to study very hard.
Yeah.
And not only about knowledge, but also about the society, about the different things happening around the world.
For speaking of this, like I'm trying to just compare the different systems between each other, like a Western system, Eastern system. Like okay, but why the teachers in another system, they have time, they could just do some good academy study or something.
We have very
very
different
well.
systems. We have very different systems.
So that's the point. We could learn from it.
For example, in China, the school is based on different classes, and the teachers are allocated to different classes. And when you go to a Chinese school, you can see students don't really change. They remain in the classroom, and the teachers will change.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And teachers will be going to different classes to teach.
Yes.
The students are staying in the same room, right?
Yes.
But for example, in many foreign schools, like American ones, it's not that kind of situation, right? The class belongs to the teacher. And the teacher is in charge of the classroom.
Yes.
And that's his classroom. And he's the boss. And different students will come and go. Okay, and once this happens, the students know this is my chance to study this subject. I will try to grab this chance and study, because once I finish my work here, I will go. Okay.
Yeah.
But in China, we don't feel that. In China, students will think I'm always here. Teacher will go. Why? Right? So actually, it's quite different. It's like the teacher is the boss of the room, right?
Yeah.
But in China, it's the students are the boss of the room.
Oh, okay.
They're still always there. The teacher will change, but students remain.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. So I always.
I think that those are very different mindset. If you're the students, you're moving around the school to have different classes. You don't feel safe.
Yeah. You don't feel safe.
You don't feel safe. You don't have that sense of security. If I fail in this one, I won't go into this room again. I lost this chance to study here. Right? I have to choose again. Okay? And that the process of choosing is another story. You have to, for example, go on the internet and try to choose, right? That's actually the same system in university right now. University, you have to choose the subjects, but in China, many universities don't adopt that system. They are trying to give every student a fixed up schedule right now, like high school. Yeah. It's not mature to do that. Okay, you have to teach students to be spontaneous, to be your own boss, to make change, to make your schedule. Okay, if you fail, you suck it.
Yeah. And I within these 2 years, I act like the international student to engage some internet courses now. Every course, the first one chapter is telling you that you should be confident. Do you have confidence for this class? Oh my God, I feel really shocked. It really shocked me that you first have a good mindset for what happened next, but I never got some information in the past like this. Is no teacher told me something about this. You should be confident for this. So now I know that how I just talk to people, and then for everything I do, I know how to first build my confidence and to stay in the environment for myself. I need to be confident that I know how to structure everything. So for our Chinese students, they might not know some about this. They just
we in the actually. So when we look back at our education nowadays, right?
Yeah.
No teacher will try to tell you are good, you're excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. All they can do, usually what they do is to
in the
try
opposite
to
way.
and
right?
yeah, they will say, yeah, you are. That's okay, but blah blah blah. The but is more important, right? They will try to pick some mistakes.
Yeah.
Even though some mistakes are not really that serious, but they think correcting those mistakes are more important than ensure that you're confident. You have to be confident about yourself because you are capable of doing that. They don't really want to tell you about that, right?
Yeah, they don't want you to be that proud of that.
It's hard to say they don't want you to feel that way. Let's just say they ignore that.
Yeah, ignore that.
They ignore that, and they thought, or we should be confident. No, they thought we knew we're good, but right now after years of criticizing, you don't feel confident anymore, right? So I think some of the good things about Western education is no matter what kind of person you are, they're trying to make sure you're confident.
Yeah.
Even you're not really that capable. You feel confident, right?
What I could learn from all this is like the accumulation, right? From a very little step that the cornerstone, every step. It's like this podcast. Every episode for me is a milestone, is a cornerstone. That I know I could just build this architecture from very small and more higher. Now I have already achieved. Now I found my solid confidence right now. I could feel the whole process that I know where I start and then where to go. And then I just look back, recap the back years. Yeah, the old days that for our kids that what they learn from the whole environment is all the abundance on their shoulders. Is what they could fear is something like that. They cannot really
responsibility.
accept
we were taught a lot about responsibility.
There's nothing could support their confidence. There's nothing. They just beat by their parents, by the teachers, by the society.
Beat.
Yeah. Punch on their face like.
Okay.
You are not doing that good. You just do it okay, or just something.
They
like
don't
that.
have positive feedback for. A kid
that's
is very important, right?
Yeah.
But right now Chinese teachers are doing much better than that. Okay, they are trying to give the children some positive feedbacks. But for me, I think most of them are just a form, not really sincere. I mean, if you talk to a foreign teacher, they are paying their compliment to you.
Yeah.
You feel very sincere.
Yeah.
Like you are really good.
Yeah.
Right? They use different ways to show that you are really good.
Yeah.
But in China, you don't feel that sincerity. When teachers when people are praising you, you don't feel. I don't think you think that I'm that good, okay? And people tend to be very humble. If people are
humble.
saying something good to you, you say, no, I'm not that good. I'm not that good, whatever. So it's part of a culture, I don't think it's all about education. It's really part of culture. It has been there for thousands of years. Like Chinese people don't think showing you're too confident is kind of aggressive.
Aggressive.
To other people. We don't want to feel other people to feel threatened by our confidence.
Threatened. All these words. We living in all these words.
In China, people
words.
try to be modest. You know, we want to show that we're friendly, we're approachable. I don't want to hurt you because I'm too strong. Even I'm strong, I don't want to see that I'm too strong, and I'm not that better than you. Okay, we're almost the same. Whatever. You know, in China, we love to keep peace with other people, even you're so good, right?
For this kind of a 1,000 years culture, I think it's like a misunderstanding sometimes. Yeah,
blame
we could we could think like that or nearly like that, but we don't have to be that over. I think a little bit over. Like
it's a little over.
Yeah.
It's not only a little over. I think it's too much.
It's the
overwhelming.
Limited the talent kids.
But you know, if you talk to kids a lot younger, like, you know, junior school or high school, most of them are very confident right now. Even if they're not that good, they feel very confident right now.
Yeah, no, everything's changed.
And
from
parents
this generation.
encourage them a lot. Parents encourage, and the grandparents, for example, and teachers won't say anything bad right now.
Yeah.
They're not allowed. Okay, so maybe it's from one extreme to another extreme. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We want them to know who they are, exactly who they are, not someone they're not.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like Bruce Lee said that be water, my friend. Yeah. The word is like water.
Yeah, that's cool.
Flow.
That's cool. Be water, my friend.
Liquid. Yeah. Okay, we've talked a lot today. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, very deep connection. Yeah, this is the first time for me for us twins talk like this. Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, I hope there another one episode for us to connect again. Okay. Yeah. This is LayBack, and this is Break D, and this is Super xixi. Okay, see you guys.
See you.
Bye.